Hi, I need to know how I switch over a legal power of attorney from my daughter to my niece.
So, Sue, when you do a new power of attorney, typically at the very beginning of that document, it says, I hereby revoke any and all prior powers of attorney. So, in theory,
Ah,
Sue, just by doing a new power of attorney, you have revoked the old power of attorney. So, you want to make sure that that language is in there. But then you need to be
okay.
concerned about, well, is your daughter going to be running around continuing to use that old power of attorney? And that's kind of a different conversation.
Okay, what do I do about that?
Well, Sue, for your daughter or your new agent to transact business with a financial power of attorney, the institutions, banks, etc., they want to see the original. So does your daughter, we know that in your old power of attorney, you appointed her as your agent. Does she have the original of that power of attorney?
Or do you?
Or do you have it?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, if she has it, then in the perfect world, you're getting it back and you're destroying it.
Correct.
Okay, so what I would do is I would say I need the original back.
You
Hmm.
need the original back. Exactly. Yes.
Okay, okay, okay. Now, what if she says I don't have it, or uh, I don't know where it is? What do I do about that?
Okay, so Sue, there are extreme cases out there where your daughter has gone sideways. You're concerned about your daughter using your financial power of attorney to transact business on your behalf, steal money from you, etc. And you say, Tom, what do I do? What can we do? Sue, sometimes it requires that you close all your bank accounts and move them into another bank where she would have no idea where to look for your money. Then sometimes you record, as far as your home is concerned, you record something in the public records of the county that you live in saying, I want the world to know um, that I have canceled out that old financial power of attorney that I did in favor of my daughter. So it kind of depends on how, whether your daughter's just saying, hey mom, I just lost it, and you trust your daughter about that, or whether your daughter is out to be a bad actor and might try and do damage to
Right,
you.
right. And I don't know. I right now we're estranged, so I don't know what her frame of mind is.
Okay. So that has
She's
something to do
moved
with how
across the country and has a whole different group of close friends and all of that.
your course of action here at a minimum is to redo a new power of attorney. We talked about that, naming a new agent, revoking your old power of attorney, and then based on what you
Mhm.
think your daughter might do, there are some steps that you might want to take to alleviate any damage that she could do. Go ahead, Chrissy.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I was just going to say, Sue, that once you have the new power of attorney, then immediately, again, as Tom was starting to say about step two, you go
Mhm.
to each of your financial institutions and you make
Uh,
sure that they have this new power of attorney. There's a high chance they don't even have the old one. Okay. So,
okay.
yes, although she could go in on that old one, if you're going in with the new power of attorney and you are Sue and you're giving that to them, there's a high
Mm-hmm.
chance that you could probably keep those accounts because now you've gone in and you're doing all the next steps that they require with this new power of attorney.
Chrissy, I think that that
Okay.
is
And then
excellent advice. Thank you for that.
Hmm.
So the point is that Sue can keep her accounts where they are. Just
Correct.
go down to your bank and make
Correct.
sure they have a copy of this new power of attorney. And then if the daughter
Well,
shows up with the old power of attorney,
mhm.
they're going to say, no, not going to work.
Well, here's why I feel even better, too, about Sue doing that, because it's not just a matter of the institution, whether, Sue, you bank at 1 or 10. You do have to do it with each one of them. However, it's because it isn't just them making a copy of it. They will typically require everything from, in addition to putting it to their legal department, which almost all of them will, Then from there, they will normally from there want a signature of your niece who you're appointing. Sometimes they want to do background checks. So you have to follow those procedures. Those procedures, even though they are challenging, can be challenging at sometimes, they are there for your protection. So by getting a new power of attorney appointing your niece and you going in even with your niece, or at a minimum you're going in and you're initiating this, following the steps of each of those financial institutions, very likely you're going to feel more at ease.
That would help a lot. But can I be sure that they'll check to see if there's something on record
Absolutely.
about a new power of attorney?
You will be able to ask them immediately if they even show record of the prior one.
I think that once you once you tell your bank about your power of attorney and they've gotten a copy, I think they actually add it to the account name.
Well, they do.
So they have the account right now, the monthly statement comes payable to Sue. There'd be a drop-down line, Betty power of attorney.
Oh, yeah.
So it actually becomes part of the title to the bank account.
Very likely on most, they will do that. Correct.
Okay.
And that will also initiate. You'll know.
Okay. Thank you, Sue. And if you want some help doing your new power of attorney, you're welcome to call us. We're the Olsen Law Group in Orlando. You can call our main number, 407-423-5561.